Hello, friends, and welcome back. I just want to remind everyone this is Prevent-a-Thon, and we are raising monies for little warriors. And we are ready for our next run. It's a cool game, an arena fighter with Kaiju, that sounds like quite the bash. DB Cade, the ring is yours. Please take it away.
Hey everyone, I am Spectral, and this is Goat Simulator 3, which is the second entry in the Goat Simulator series. We don't worry about the numbering. This is supposed to be the most accurate game to date about simulating a day-to-day life of a goat, and on commentary with me I have...
Yeah, who do you have? Hey, I'm Recolt. I may have speedrun too many Goat Simulator games. About all of them.
This is the Beat the Farmer category, where we see the full adventure of a goat on a daily basis. The time will start as soon as I skip the next cutscene. If you guys are ready, I'm going to give the countdown.
Hey, look at me. Now look over there. See that
Alright,
thing?
then starting
That
in
tower?
3,
You
2,
see it?
1, goat.
Yes, so the first thing we do is we're going to a goat tower because goat towers are amazing. Everything that a goat wants is going to the goat tower. So while the cutscene is playing, we can actually move during the cutscene. And you can actually see Spectral going in the background trying to give a little bit of flour, a little bit of manure to the plants and trying to make the plants grow in the cutscene. It's not the easiest thing to do. And in his PB yesterday, actually did it.
I just
jump.
saw the
I
goat
like it.
like ragdoll there for a second. But yeah, ideally you want to do that
Yeah.
and get to this quest, but it's easier said than done. And once we
Yeah.
do that and loosen these ropes and start the harvest season, we are pretty much gonna buy our rocket boots, which is our bread and butter movement, and we are off to the races. If Rico, do you want to explain the main movement mechanic in this game?
Yeah, the main movement are these rocket boots, which give you a little bit of a boost. And if you angle them in the air, you can actually fly with them. There's a small glitch incorporated with them, however. And that is if you go into the in the close menu and then go out of it, you will actually refuel your boots so you can have something like an infinite flying, which we're going to see here. So there will be some flashes like these. I hope they're not a little bit too annoying, but just focus on the goat and you'll be fine. So we're doing all of these little weird things like throwing the apple out of the tree, throwing dynamite in the water. Just don't worry about it. They're all little like pop media references. There's also something going on with this house, but if you want to know what that is, please play the game for yourself. It's a really cool game, and you can play it with up to 3 other people. However, the reason that we're doing this is that once we get 175 points, we get the ability to actually go through the final door, upgrade our castle, our goat castle. We actually have a goat castle. And get to the final boss. So we just found the key, which is always in like one of the 5 last boxes there is. However, we got the demon face power up, which is only recently added to the run, but it causes so much havoc. It makes all of the items around you just like dawdle a little bit in front of you.
If you ever played Katamari Damacy, you'd have an idea of how that goes, but you can basically create an ever-growing orb of items.
Yeah.
And a lot of the missions in this game kind of boil down to fetch quests, so when you have to fetch multiple items, demon face is pretty much the best way of doing that. We are performing a little blood ritual here, don't worry about that. While the ritual is taking place, we're gonna go win the local talent competition. Not so much impress the judges, but kind of force their votes to give us the first place. There we go. And now...
Yeah, we're totally not influencing their votes. Literally.
And then we're gonna feed a local, a homegrown chicken here. Non-GMO organic chicken.
Yeah, don't worry about that one.
And then we're gonna modify a car here by just throwing a bunch of random objects at it. So we are really helping the community, if you couldn't tell.
Yeah.
And then we're gonna attack this.
Yeah, if you played the first Ghost Simulator, you actually might have seen the demon face already. Oh yeah, we just said hey to
And now
Grandma.
we're gonna rescue our friend Steve from drowning. As you can see, he's in the pond by himself. If he would come with me. If that's new. All right. Steve is great, but what's greater is our next of kin, Pig. And Pig is actually the fastest moving character in the game. We don't use him much because it's also very hard to control the pig's movement, so we only use it for long distance traveling. Rick, do you want to explain the new glitch that was discovered for this mission in particular?
Yeah, I believe that you found it, but for whatever reason, you can do multiple hits if you go in slow motion. Normally, you're supposed to hit that thing
A whole bunch of times. I don't remember the number, but you can do it in only 1 or 2.
well 12 times. 12 times. I was waiting for the music. Yeah, like normally you're supposed to hit it 12 times, but you can actually do it in as few as like 3 or something if you time the slow motion just
Now we
right.
paid our
Speaking of time, I'm going to button it really quickly. We currently have a poll in chat for our next run. We want to know what character DB Feed plays in Giga Bash. Wooly, Gorgon, Hippiejurus, or Thanatos? Alright, it's back to you.
Not a whole lot happening here. We basically unlocked the church, which happened to be a CrossFit church, so we had to find some volunteers for the church to join their treadmills and, you know, exercise.
Yeah, even have to get them customers.
And now we're gonna take a cooking class and throw a bunch of chairs in there.
Yeah.
And
Just know that whenever a cutscene is happening, we are on the move. Like, we're optimizing all the time that we get in the game.
yeah, exactly. One of the biggest time saves in this game is moving during the cutscenes and also using the rocket boots as effectively as possible. So we always want to be getting as much as possible ready for the what's going to come next. And in our case, that's going to be in not necessarily in order, going to be assembling IKEA furniture, dropping a nuclear bomb, and setting up a fallout shelter, among other things.
Those two are related.
Yeah, I can see a theme there.
Wrong order, however. Doesn't matter. So, yeah, like I said, we're gonna have some IKEA furniture in here. Swedes assemble. This game developer is Swedish. And you might see that as we are currently in Sweden, the village. Another thing that's really important to know about this game is that you can actually skip cutscenes if you're not in the activation radius. So that's why we're actually going away from the house that we're now going to actually get out of that. So, destroying these robot ladies, don't worry, they're robots. For whatever reason, previously, this cutscene was also to be skipped, but a new update actually messed it up a little bit. But it's a short one, it's fine.
And then we're going to see our therapist. We have made great progress. Mental health is
Yeah, he's good at he's a good
important.
shrink.
And now we're going to help the local ballerinas by giving them a little push. And now they should be able to start a tornado. Oh, I was not supposed to get caught up in that, but that's okay. That's okay. And this is the nuke that we
that
just
one is-
dropped. Actually, we were supposed to see that cutscene as Rico explained, but we just skipped it.
There's so much going on. We're not gonna mention everything like boy Philip.
Yeah, a goat's life is a hectic one, and there's just not possibly enough time for us to explain every little thing that's going on, but now that we have prepared our fallout shelter, we are gonna go contribute to the local art scene by defacing this statue. Or by improving it. Art is subjective, I suppose. And now we're gonna do some bird watching. We're gonna be here for about 10 to 15 seconds, so pay close attention to the screen and see if you can locate any birds.
I heard him.
Yeah, you'll have to look real close. Blink and you miss it. And there's the bird.
He is actually stationed under the map. If you ever clip outside of it, you'll
I
see
did
it.
not know that.
I did not do that on purpose, I swear.
And now we're actually saving some trees, but in the between, we're gonna take a small break to prove that Bigfoot is actually real.
Yeah, it's just Becky, and she has big feet.
And now we can continue helping the local lumber mill and saving more trees in the process. As you can see, they have a dysfunctional logging machine here, so we can just use a couple of the workers here, the lumberjacks, as we're closing the circuit. I'm sure that's the preferred choice of repair for such malfunctions.
I think they're proud of you, yes. One more tree hugger to destroy.
And with that, now we can equip our trusty pig once again for some long distance traveling. I am surprised I made that.
Yeah, getting these platforms are really small, and this game is relatively jank.
Oh, I
So
guess
it-
we're chasing batteries now. Oh, but I'm gonna get this one.
We are chasing. Yeah, getting another one probably better.
It bounced off her head, which I've never seen happen before.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
The game is really bringing out the big guns in terms of ragdolls. This game is all ragdoll physics, and that can be rather counterintuitive, and it can be inconsistent. So, I think it's safe to say no two runs of this game are really same. You'll always encounter something that's not meant to happen, but something new every single time. Speaking of,
This was worse. Yeah, actually, this was worse in Ghost Simulator 1, and we called it Random Physics Generator.
yeah, and here we are saving another friend by placing her into another enclosure, from the poacher's enclosure to this one in the zoo. And then we're gonna equip our trusty goat again and save yet another friend, Billy here. We just chuck him into the ocean, and actually Billy has a very lengthy cutscene if I remember correctly.
It is pretty
So
lengthy,
we
yeah.
really want to get out of there as fast as possible. Now, while I'm getting beaten by all the Kraken arms here, I'm gonna set up for the upcoming trick. Technically, I'm on a fairly tight cycle here. Okay. But it's not a big deal if we don't get the cycle. So this is a costume convention. We want to dress up this character. And then, I don't know if there are any Naruto fans here, but, or was that Dragon Ball? Never paid attention.
That was
Alright,
Dragon
so
Ball.
yeah, we knocked Goku out of this place, and I think we just missed the cycle for the Exterminator.
That was a fly. Maybe that was a flyer though.
Yeah, I'm gonna wait actually, because I think it's safer to just wait for him. Otherwise, what happens is this superhero is mosquito theme, and he's running on a timer. Oh, actually, that's not bad at all. He's running a timer around
wasn't
town, so if you miss him, you have to wait about 15 seconds for him to fly back. And since he's mosquito themed, his only weakness is the giant swatter that happens to be in the middle of the town square. And now we're gonna commit a small felony by stealing this massive, or breaking this massive diamond. And then we would normally end up in jail, but we respawn to avoid that, because then we would have to break out of jail, and that's a whole ordeal that we don't want to get into.
Just respawn. You are ruining art, my good sir.
We are just trying to help with... Wow.
Whoa.
Is this guy gonna get off? Yeah,
That's
is
new?
new, and I'm also worried that this guy's not gonna break away from the the gridiron now, because the rope just shortened in length for some reason. I'll try that one more time. I might have to
Might have to do something
yeah,
else.
let's go back
Oh,
to
boy.
title screen. So that's Goat Simulator experience as a speedrunner. Well, even casually playing, but we'll see if that rope resets itself. This game doesn't really keep track of in between the events, so if an event is not working out for you, you can always go back to the title screen and then reset it. As soon as I saw that one worker like fly across the map, I knew something was gonna go wrong, but that's okay.
Yeah. I mean, it's a marathon
exactly,
run,
and
marathon
this
luck.
game is known for
exists.
being janky, so it's kind of, you know, it's hard to be disappointed in it, really. And now there's a worker here that's kind of stuck under the crate, so we're gonna help him out by moving 4 workers here. And you might have noticed I'm just kind of zooming across again. And I'm actually getting ready for the next Go Tower. And what we're gonna do here is there's gonna be a fairly lengthy cutscene with the Go Tower, but let's wait for the crate first. There we go. Never. If anything, that crate is very consistent. And while
Yeah, that thing can actually mess you up if you're actually in the middle of flying, and it might. No, you'll be on the beach by then.
I should be on the beach by then, but I don't know if I'm gonna be able to gain enough height. But yeah, sometimes you will finish this cutscene and the goat is gonna be basically in the sea because you got hit by the crate, sniped by the crate in the middle of the flight. But this is not too bad. We overshot a little bit, but we ideally want to cover that distance, and the tower is all the way across. And using the Founding Father's Rod, we unearthed the hidden lighthouse, and then we're gonna undo all of our progress with the lighthouse by breaking the light. And now we are in the beach, and normally, again, this is another mission that really highlights how powerful the demon face helmet is. Normally you're supposed to gather 5 sand buckets or buckets and fill them with sand, and then bring them over to this area where you can build a sand castle. But now we can collect them all at once by using the demon face helmet, which saves a ton of time. Oh, there's the second crate. I was worried it would show up.
Yeah.
All right, there we go. That's the sand castle. And now that we're in the castle, we have to protect sand site A. We're gonna have some, sandmen coming over to attack the site, and I don't know. This map seems familiar. I can't quite put my finger on it though. Maybe it's
Unreal Turn. No.
maybe Quake.
Oh no.
I don't know. Could be Quake. All right. And with that, we are gonna go butcher some, vandalize more local art by bonking into this statue. I don't really know what that's a reference to though.
Stockholm probably.
Gothenburg.
No, Gothenburg.
I don't really have an explanation for that quest. I don't know why we attacked that barber for no reason. Same as the grandma. There are a few missions that are just needless mayhem, but I guess it makes sense when you realize the protagonist of the game is a goat after all.
I mean, the grandma is harassing you. She's a cutting, and the Henri. I mean, he just wants someone, but hey, he can help
That is
himself,
true.
right?
And now we are gonna visit the local whale. We don't really want to be here for too long, so we're gonna tickle him and get out of here as fast as possible.
If you actually look on the floor, you can actually see little Billy from the zoo.
Actually,
He was actually eaten up as
that
well.
is actually the cutscene that plays right when you free him up. He immediately gets swallowed by this whale, but we did not have time to showcase that.
I know, this is a speed run. We have to go fast.
But we are almost at the end of our kind of the fast-paced portion of our run, I guess, if that makes sense. And then we're gonna go to our the goat tower that we have been raving about this whole time, and then after destroying this dam, that is. And there was a little trick there. It only, I believe, works with the controller, but if you hold A before opening the map, it kind of buffers the input for fast travel, and then you can instantly fast travel. And then an Unreal Engine moment, use print screen to lag the game and clip through the walls. And now we have almost 3 minutes of downtime, where what we're going to be doing is we have collected all these points, as Rico explained earlier, and we're going to be depositing them into the goat tower to upgrade our goat tower, which unlocks the end of the game. But in the meanwhile, if you have anything to read, now is the perfect time.
Yes, I do. I'd like to take a quick moment to remind chat that we are not too far away from Dicey Dungeons. We need 40 more Canadian dollars to hit that incentive, so please, chat, you really don't want to miss this. Put your donations in. And if you don't know how to do that, you can put exclamation point donation in chat, and that'll take you right to the page where you can donate towards that. Not to mention, I want to remind all of you about our final game, The Legend of Zelda Echoes of Wisdom. You'll still need $1,561 to see Ice Blue play it. I can't wait to see it. I'm dying to see a speedrun. I haven't seen one yet, and this will be my first time. Maybe it'll be your first time too? Put your donations in so we can all enjoy it together.
I actually started running it as well. It's really fun. If you're not doing any percent, I'm sorry.
And we have some.
But this entire Goat Castle does remind me of something kind of weird, maybe. Duke Nukem Forever has an online component, like an online shooter part, and with every level that you go up, you unlock something for your castle. And this game is not only with all of these upgrades that we're getting, because we're getting all of these points, but with every mission we do, you can also see some references, like the balloons are from Henry's birthday. Or something else
I believe
noticeable.
the heisters from the Oceans one, where we steal the diamond, also make an appearance. But yeah, basically you get all these small memorabilia from all the adventures that we have accomplished in the past 20 minutes or so. And also, we actually have accumulated quite a few skins, so if you have any aesthetic choices for the goat that you would like me to go for, you know, we have a lot of different skins here. There's the panda skin, don't wear for too long, you might go extinct. I like the Fallout suit as it, you know, has the flavor text goat never changes.
Yeah, the music.
Yeah, you get the live music eventually as well. You can go with the clown dress. And this is going to be our final upgrade, and once we have this, we are going to unlock the gate, and we are going to be going for the final boss fight. If you have been paying close attention, there has been a semblance of a story going on so far. There was a plot to this game. And now this is where it all comes to a head.
Yeah, there's a big bad boss behind this door.
Yeah, it's quite the spectacle. Oh, also we have acrobatics in this game.
Can even get like chain combos and points like in Tony Hawk.
Now my controls are disabled, but I'll try to show them off during the boss fight. The first phase of the boss fight is quite straightforward.
Yeah. Oh, there's the boss.
Whoa, whoa, whoa! Hold your horses now, partner. What are you doing here already? You can't possibly have unlocked all the castle upgrades.
I'm gonna let this cutscene play out.
I gotta be honest, I was not expecting you quite so soon. As you can see, I'm not really done with the boss fight. It's as we say in the game dev business, a work in progress. It takes a lot of time and effort to make a game, you know. Okay now, time to move along. Go ahead, but something or find some tricks.
So our request for the boss fight has been denied. I guess we'll have to kill time some other way until the boss fight is ready.
Yeah, just wait until he's done in Unreal Engine.
Or we can just not do that and yeah, we can just attack him. See if that will
He's done.
I mean, the category is called Beat the Farmer.
Fair. I guess I did that.
And that was the boss fight. I hope you enjoyed that.
What the hell? Are you kidding me? I worked so hard to cram so much content into this damn game. Events, mini games, stupid goat tower. What the hell is a goat tower anyway? As you can't even wait a little while for the perfect boss fight. Fine, have it your way. I'll just have to improvise.
Yeah, that's some deep
Yeah, that
lore
was
right
all
there.
the lore dump you're gonna get from this game.
Oh, dodge, go dodge. Boom.
And now the first phase of this fight is a pretty simple ordeal. We're gonna have a bit of an endurance round followed by attack by the farmer, which we can easily avoid. And
Gizmo.
actually, yeah,
Don't remember.
Not below.
Yeah, with this, I want to give some great shout outs to Lord Mouse, a good friend of mine who I did co-op speedruns with. And he actually found a lot of stuff. Like this, for example, you can just stand in between all of these, well, nukes. Kind of what they are.
yeah, there are safe spots in the second and third phase of this fight, so you really don't have to do anything. But you could also just kind of, especially in the fourth phase where we're gonna get tractors charging at us, we could just fly off the stage, or we could use the beanstalks that you saw at the very start of the game to climb up in the air and completely avoid the fight. It's not really in the spirit of the things, but this phase is not meant to be particularly challenging either.
Just like Echoes of Wisdom, this game kind of has multiple solutions to some puzzles, which is definitely in its strength, and especially in the boss fights. You can see that we're doing some unorthodox things in the next phases, but also intended.
Oddly enough, getting hit by tractors loses HP, but falling off the stage does not. So we can just fall off the stage and keep respawning and get iframes.
Tractors.
But it's almost the end of this phase as well, if I remember correctly.
It feels like it goes on
Or
longer.
maybe it does. I think it should be just one more. Yeah, there we go.
Enough of this. Now I'm warmed up. You're not gonna like what comes next. Oh, hold on. Give me a sec.
And while the farmer is taking a minute here to come up with the next phase of the fight, I think this phase is my favorite because we're going to see a wide range of goat adjacents, I guess, for lack of a better term. It's going to be a series of hide and seek games, but I think there are some really cool strats here to trivialize the different phases of the fight.
Find the farmer or die.
So in all four of these next phases, the farmer is gonna hide. And the first one, we can actually screen peek a little bit if he's in the bottom right. He
Yeah,
was.
so that was a pretty good luck. I don't know what the chance of that is, 1 in 4, I'm guessing.
4 or 5.
And for this phase, he's in one of the boxes, but the boxes are low to the ground, so we're just gonna use the Tony Shark, which we have not seen so far. And in the third phase, he's actually up on the scaffolding, so we're gonna use the draft to reach to him.
Player believe that the giraffe was not a day one fight. Actually flew up
Oh,
to him
wow.
at first.
I think I started this game with your tutorial, so as far as I was concerned, that was like day 1, but... And now we're gonna goat. I mean, the goat is gonna, or the pig. I'm calling everything a goat now. The pig is gonna make an appearance again in this phase of the fight, which is actually a platformer section.
Oh, here we go. Just give me 1 second. I'm just gonna boot this up right here. I'm about to go retro on your ass.
Yes, so big boosting through here, just so much faster than the previous threat that we had, which was the Millennium Shield. Millennium Shield?
The Channing Tatum shield, I believe, is what it's called.
Yeah, pretty much the Captain America shield, but then with Channing Tatum instead of the other material that it's actually made out of.
And now we are gonna actually see the see Rosie as well. Or I think this is Rosie's sister, since we left Rosie in the zoo enclosure.
Goddamn goats!
And in his rage, the farmer breaks one of the servers and realizes that breaking these servers is destabilizing the game. Do you want to explain whatever is going on here, Reek?
Yeah, so since we can't actually walk in this cutscene, but we can actually do actions like do the rocket boots, enable the fighters and whatever, and by holding the analog button for the camera to the right or to the left, we can actually like direct ourselves towards all the servers. In single player, I've never seen that we can actually break all of these servers beforehand. In multiplayer, I have, and then we can actually skip this cutscene.
I did
Which
not
is
know
so
that.
amazing.
I've gotten close in first player, but never. Yeah, I've never seen it happen all the way.
Yeah, you can get really close, but can't actually beat them.
So we are now pretty much done with the fight, and we are just left with the final sequence, which is leaving this terribly unstable server area. And this is, again, utilizing our rarely used driving skill. And since this is Goat Sim, driving can be a little dangerous. The car can sometimes flip for seemingly no reason. But also, this is a fairly slow section, so I think I'm going to go ahead and give shout-outs to, first of all, Prevent-a-Thon and all the staff and the organizers for letting us, first of all, for the marathon, and also for letting us showcase this beautiful game. There are not many goat simulation games out there, so it was fun to showcase this in this event. And also a big shout out to Goat Sim speedrunning community, and especially Rico for the amazing commentary, and also everyone who has contributed to these runs and Goat Sim 1 runs, even though I'm not a big fan of that game myself. I do think it takes great skill running that game.
Thank you so much. Hey, next week there'll be more with Goat Simulator Remastered.
Oh, that's
coming
right.
out.
Just when I thought we were running out of Goat Simulator speedrunning content. And we're just about done with the game here. We're gonna do one more jump here at the ramp, and then the time will be when the screen fades to white, and I'm gonna call that in about 15 seconds.
Can you reach the end?
We'll try. And time.
I think your computer broke.
I think so. I think Goat Simulator crashed, but only crashed within the Goat Simulator game itself. So that's better than the game crashing.
Yeah, there's a lot of meta jokes in here.
And that is Goat Simulator 3 base game. And there is a DLC, which I think is a more beginner-friendly speedrun, Multiverse of Madness. And if you're interested in the game, check us out. And we have the leaderboard set up in speedrun.com. But we also have the Goat Simulator speedrunning Discord. So definitely check us out. I think this is a very welcoming community. And I think this game still has a lot of potential in terms of both running and discovery. And that's it.
For sure.
And in case you were curious about what happened with, after all of that, we have put the game in a horribly glitchy state where now everything is broken. We still have the same Skyrim intro, but things are just a bit more out of control and possibly spoiling some of the elements that we have not seen, like the banana playable character.
Yeah, the banana, totally.
And that's it for Goat Simulator 3.
Thank you so much, Spectral, for sharing that really cool adventure of Goat Simulator 3. We are going to take a quick break and then we'll be right back with our next run, so don't change that dial. Hello, chat. Hello, friends. Welcome back to Prevent-a-Thon 2024. I just want to tell you a little bit about us. We appreciate basically every donation towards Little Warrior, where we also enjoy spreading the word of this worthy cause. If you're on social media, you can also help out by sharing a social media post and getting the word out about this event of Little Warriors. Type !socials in chat to get links to the Prevent-a-Thon social media. Not to mention, you can join us in Discord. You know what you have to do. Type !Discord and find out more about us. And in the meanwhile, I just want to remind everybody about our Dicey Dungeon incentive. I want to take a quick peek to see how we're doing there. Yep, we've got 40 more Canadian dollars to go. It's so cool. It's Halloween this week. It's a Halloween episode. You want to see it. I want to see it. Come on. Put your donations in with !donate in the chat. Donate towards that incentive. Not to mention, again, there's that bonus game, Echoes of Wisdom. I can't wait to see it. You guys want to see it. Put your donations in. So, I've been told we're just about ready. Give us a few more minutes and we'll be ready with our next game. By the way, chat, I do want to talk a little bit about what we are raising money for. Child sexual abuse is a serious issue that affects the lives of far too many children across Canada. It's estimated that a staggering 1 in 3 girls and 1 in 6 boys will experience some form of sexual abuse. Even more disturbing is the fact that these numbers don't reflect the 95% of people whose sexual abuse is thought to go unreported. In Canada, child sexual abuse is found within most cultures and communities. It affects children of all ages regardless of ethnicity, socioeconomic status, education, or gender. Sadly, no child is completely immune to the risk of sexual abuse. While it can be uncomfortable, speaking openly with children about sexual development and sexual abuse is key to preventing abuse. Not only does it help to foster a supportive and healthy adult-child relationship, but it also creates a safe space where children can bring up problems or concerns and talk about sexual abuse should it occur. The most important thing you can do is to get educated. To learn more about child sexual abuse and how to prevent it, take the free Little Warriors Prevent It workshop. You can learn more at https://littlewarriors.ca/prevent it or type !prevent in chat.